It's me, Raj Baddhan, here for Leica Radio, BizAsiaLive.com, and of course Zee TV UK. Now, recently you may have spotted a brand new show that started just a couple of weeks ago, and it's already making the headlines. A show called Vasudha, and I'll tell you now, we're on the sets of the show. I was telling you earlier that how much I'm loving the sets of the show, and not only the sets, but also the star cast of this. And this person here adds so much more extra value to the show. It's none other than the veteran actress herself. She may not like it being called a veteran actress because she's so young, but still absolutely amazing. The work that she has done. Of course, it is Nausheen Ali Sardar. Nausheen, how's it going?
It's going great, Raj. Thank you so much.
Honestly, it feels so great to be here in your company and, of course, on the sets of your show, Vasudha.
Have you been watching this
Yes,
show?
of course. And it's been getting a great response. I think because it's still first early days, it's only been
Yeah.
a couple of weeks since it started.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of momentum building for the show.
Yes.
How's it been for you so far?
It's been great, especially how our promo started and the look it gave about Chandrika and Vasudha. And the storyline is very unique. It's not a typical Saas Bahu drama or a love story. It's a different kind of a love story. A love-hate story.
Yeah, and it's also to do with like poor and rich as well. And you got this, the character of Vasu coming into the house and the
Yes.
way she comes in.
Mm.
It's like a fairy tale kind of thing, isn't it? Something that
Yeah.
we've seen in these kind of children's shows that we used to watch growing up, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to definitely take an interesting turn in the coming weeks.
It's interesting by the day, the way it's shot, the way the screenplay is written. It's just so beautiful. It's very unpredictable, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yoshi, I do want to say, I mean, you've done some incredible work over the years. Why Vasudha? What was it about Vasudha's script when you first was approached for the show?
I have always been very selective about everything I do in my life.
Yeah,
I prefer waiting and not doing anything rather than, I mean, I'm okay with not working, but
yeah,
if I do something, it has to be something I enjoy doing.
yeah,
And when I heard the character of Chandrika, I was like, okay, this is exciting, this is good. And also, I had a little bit of, because it's remade from a Telugu show
yeah.
and a Marathi show, I could see the episodes and I could see the layout of the show, and I knew that the range of the character is beautiful and it has so many layers. Because in television, we only see a very black and white structure for a character,
Yeah, yeah,
and out here, she has her romantic scenes with her husband. She's different to with one son. She's very different with the other son. She's very different with her sister-in-law. So there's so many layers to Chandrika, and that's what is beautiful for me. I enjoy it.
So, what is the one thing that really took you and made you said yes to the show? Was it the role of Chandrika? Was it the actual concept, the kind of the premise of the show? What was it in terms of the value of the show that brought to you? That thought, yeah, let me do it.
There are a lot of things like when I select a show, I'll be very honest. It's very raw out here. Like I see that it's near my house. The shoot location has to be near my house.
So you don't live too far from here, right?
No, because most of our shootings in Bombay, 70% has shifted to Naigaon. So like, no, I'm not going to Naigaon.
Yeah.
And
And you can't be doing that with Mumbai traffic, right?
oh,
Traveling.
it's terrible. You
Yeah.
spend 4 hours in traffic. I'm like, no, no. I did it once.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm not doing it again. And of course, the production house has to be great. The director has to be super because it's all about, we actors become successful as characters, but it's because of a good director, because of a good script writer that we become who we are.
Yeah.
So Arvind Babbal is known for his beautiful shows, and he's a film director, and he's creatively so amazing. Whenever he comes on the set and whenever he shoots, it's a different atmosphere.
Oh.
And Vijayji, who's directing the show now, he's also amazing because he's learned it all from Arvindji.
Yeah, yeah.
So I enjoy it, and that's the beauty of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, seeing a show like Vasudha in the UK, like I said, it adds a different edge to it because you don't see many of these kind of shows on Indian television.
Yes.
So we're always craving, I mean, I think not just in the UK, but anywhere, always craving for new kind of original content or something that's going to be appealing. What would you say to the British audiences that are switching on to Zee TV to watch Vasudha?
I don't know what the British audience likes, honestly. Like, I personally, when I watch TV shows, I love Korean shows. I love British shows. So I like, in-depth characters. And I think when it comes to our show, it caters to so many different people. Somebody will relate to Vasudha, somebody will relate to Dev, somebody will relate to Ishank, the brat's son, you know. And I think because of that, that's a USP of our show, that it's just not uh, linear or one track, you know. And even the chemistry between Vasudha and Chandrika, they are, it's like they're so alike and yet so different.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one line of it, I think.
And that makes it interesting, doesn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, having two similar characters isn't can be a bit boring, isn't it? So it's good to have polar kind of opposites.
Yeah.
I do also want to talk to you about what's coming up on the show because I know the show has just started. But there's always this kind of energy initially that's going to go into the show, and to maintain that energy is going to be also an important part. But what can the viewers, anyone who's not watching, and you want to switch them over to Vasudha, what would you say to them?
I think personally, if I'm not on, I don't watch Hindi shows myself, and I would watch Vasudha. So I think this is a show which will appeal to everyone, and I request everyone to give it a chance and watch it.
That's interesting. No Hindi television. What's going on?
No.
Okay, but it's honestly it's so good to see you back on screen. That's the main thing.
Thank you.
I mean, you must have seen how television has changed, and I don't want to ask you the mundane question about how much Indian television has changed, but obviously, I think there's so much kind of so many different platforms available and so much content out there.
Yeah.
So to make it unique, just like Vasudha has,
Yeah.
is definitely a plus point, and you got to give credit to Zee TV for that.
Yes.
What would you say about Zee TV in terms of what they're doing?
I think it's my first show with Z,
Yeah.
and I have always almost done a show with Z, and it's never worked out. So when I heard about, you know, how, as actors we talk, okay, this channel has this approach, that channel has that approach.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to just stick to comedy, somebody wants to just do Sasbahu dramas. And then obviously the rumor and the word was that Z works on family shows, you know, and they make it very that the whole family should watch it. So that was one of the reasons that I wanted to do a Z show, and there it is.
Fantastic. What I want to say is, Nausheen, it is incredible to be seeing you today. I'm in complete awe. Honestly, looking at you, I'm thinking, wow, this is awesome. To see you, absolutely fantastic. And I just want to wish you all the best with Vasudha.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, I mean, any message you got? Any messages for the fans that are watching, not just the UK ones, but everyone that's watching right now?
I mean, I don't want to go back, but there was this time when I was leaving the show, and just from UK, I had lakhs of people who wrote letters to me, telling me not to leave the show then.
Yeah.
And I'm sure my fans are still out there, and I hope they're watching this show. And my love to you.